We play, the people,
Don't never ever remain quiet until Allah, God Almighty, can say it is time to say goodbye to the word. Continue to speak. Continue to stand for what you stand for. No matter the issues, no matter what it is, you need to stand for something in life. And today we've converged to talk about the issues of national concern. What are the issues in Liberia? And so the issues that matter, you don't want to miss it. My name is Sekou Sharif. And we are here this evening on the program to bring you issues of today right here on Voice of Liberia 104.1. You don't want to miss it. Our nation issues. You want to know the issues today? And you don't want to miss today's edition. Never you miss the program. And I want to say thank you to all of our listeners. Those of you that usually participate on the program, I do respect every one of you views. And I love the way we do it. Disagree to agree. And so let us use that platform to express ourselves professionally. And let me be honest, I've gained respect and admiration for you listeners and you viewers. And I hope together we can make it better on a daily basis. And so today I'm going to take a time to remember those of you watching
Our issue, it's called our issue. I'm on the Friday, man. I say on the father life,
And that is it. That is it. And so together we're going to do the best in our country, Liberia. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you for always joining us. Thank you for always leaving your busy schedules to join us so we all can talk together, to join us so we all can make the things work in the best interest of our country, Liberia. But you want to know what are the issues? Like I always said, there are good ones and there are bad ones. Some of the issues are good. Some of the issues are bad. But how can we work as a people to make the good ones continue to be good? And how can we work as a people to make the bad ones to change for good? It is upon every one of us to do what is right. It is upon every one of us to go for what is right. But all we do, we should bear in mind that the peace of our country is what matters. And so we want to say thank you to each and every one of you for converging again tonight so that we all can talk about the issues, so that we all can move ahead. And that will be good for us. But on today, the Congress for Democratic Change had a press conference. That press conference was well attended by media institutions, journalists from different media institutions. And we had two speeches. The two speeches were from the Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change and also the chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change. So the Secretary General is Jefferson Koji and the chairman is Molba Molu. So the both leaders of CDC spoke. And like I said, I continue to watch and enjoy the way the political issue is getting near by the day and the way you see the politicians have continuous engagements. And currently now, the euphoria that is in Monrovia, it is between two political parties. Should I say political party? Because I don't want to say political parties. I want to say a political party and Team Cummins. In a sense, some of the moves, because Louis Brown said it is not ANC, but it is Team Cummins. So you see, there are a lot of press conferences, and I enjoy it though. Let me tell you what we're benefiting. I want to say thank you to CDC, and I want to say thank you to Team Cummins. I like the way both institutions are doing it. The reason why some of you, I know as soon as I say I want to say thank you to CDC, somebody say, oh, maybe they man, if he didn't give me money now. Or the way I say thank you to Team Cummins, you also not think, oh yeah, the Cummins didn't give me money. My knee can be in people can just be talking about all kinds of things. Yeah, I like it though. I like it. They continue to say a lot of things. This is happening. That is happening. The guy is this, the guy is that. And I like it, eh? That's good. And so the reason why I'm saying I want to say thank you to CDC and that of a thank you to Tim Cummins, it is because we have made, let me say, how much to pay. We've made almost, I won't call it figure. Oh God, yeah. We've made some money, some income from Tim Cummins and the CDC. Some of you will wonder, oh, we have the best OSA broadcast equipment in the country. And so those of you listening, if you have your outdoor program, we want to encourage you to invite us. We can charge you plenty of money, not just some more money. And then we will come there and mount our equipment. And trust me, everything you will be doing, it will be live on the radio. It will be crystal clear. And it will sound just the way you're listening to me. That's the sophistication of the equipment we have. And so CDC has been having a press conferences and they've been paying for that service. So we say thank you to them. And Tim Cummins, they themselves, all the time you're listening to us from ANC Place on the radio live, it is being paid for. It is not free. The same thing with CDC. Every time you listen to us, they pay. So we want to say thank you to the two institutions. Our doors are open to other political parties. Our doors are open to other businesses. Our doors are open to other institutions. You can count on us. We can give you the best service or services you need in terms of quality OSA broadcast issues. Some of you got games. You want us to go to Mount Gibby? Yes, we can go there. Grand Bassa. Any parts of Monrovia? Yes, we can go there. And we will be crystal clear. You know? So we're saying this to say thank you to the two institutions. Yeah. At least they will call for press conference again. We'll go there. You know, we got to be generating so much more thing to keep the radio station on. So we want to say thank you to CDC. Yeah. We want to say thank you to Tim Cummins. Okay. Folks, for those of you that have been following the news, and finally today, the Ministry of Justice of the Republic of Liberia, under the signature of Frank Musadin, they've replied to Tim Cummins, in extension, the CPP. Let me read you the letter. It says, Mr. Martin C. Kula, Deputy National Secretary General, Collaborating Political Parties, 19th Street Singer, Monrovia, Liberia. December 8, 2022. Dear Mr. Kula, we present compliments and herewith acknowledged receipt of your letter on November 28, 2022, informing us of a planned rally slated for December 17, 2022, to be held within the outside space of the Samuel Kyle Doe complex, consistent with Article 17 of the Constitution, which guarantees all persons at all times in an orderly and peaceably manner the right to assemble and consult upon the common good, to instruct their representatives, to petition the government or other functionaries for the redress of grievances and to associate fully with others or refuse to associate in political parties, trade unions, and other organizations. We hereby approved and grant clearance for the rally. So it has been approved, it has been accepted, it has been granted by the Ministry of Justice that has the sole authority for people to protest or rally in the country to give them the clearance. Accordingly, we have directed the Liberia National Police to provide the necessary protection as you peacefully assemble. Please contact the Inspector General of Police to discuss and agree on the details of your planned assembly. Kind regards, Councillor Frank Musa Dean Jr., Minister of Justice, Attorney General. CC Kape, Honorable Patrick Suru, Inspector General, Liberia National Police. So with that, it is clear and it has been approved by the Ministry of Justice to grant Tim Cummins or the CPP the go-ahead to carry out their rally. Yes, it. But yes, it. But yes, it. The Ministry of Youth and Sports, and we're going to be having Oxford Brown, the communication person from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, who's going to come and join us purposely to talk about the upcoming contest meet. The ministry, I think, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, I don't know the state stand on their decision, but it is clear now, Tim Cummins, let me say this. We all need to jealously protect the peace of our country. And what that could bring any sign to undermine us protecting the peace of the country, it is something we all need to reject. I want to say thank you to the Ministry of Justice. Even though we have something with them, on next week, we will be meeting the President of Liberia. And our lawyers, they've advised us and that we should, wait and see what the President will do before we go to court. And we want to say thank you for that decision. I think it allows free speech. It is a very good democracy we are building. Let the opposition, the imposition, or whosoever be given the opportunity to express themselves anyhow they want to do it within confines of the law. And so to those of you that believe, like the way Louis Brown always said, a level of you to go there. Those of you that think that it is not important or Louis Brown is not a good messenger, you don't need to go there. But you can be assured now, according to this letter, I think this is how it works. Once it has been approved, you need to go to the police. And the police will tell the police how you want to do it. And the police will tell you how you can plan it, where you need to be, and where you need to be. So with that, we hope that can be peaceful. But there are a few things that are confusing me up to present. Who are they going to be submitting something to? A rally is quite different from protest, though. But at times, I'm seeing with the convergence bring the change. Can the convergence bring the change? But also the rights of the people to converge. So we watch to see, and we hope and pray that said process will be peaceful. Anything to undermine the peace of our country will condemn it. anything to undermine the peace of our country, we will condemn it to the strongest. So we don't want anything that will change or bring anything here. We will not accept it. So that is it for that. And the police will have to arrange it. And we really want to see how this thing will be. We tire suffering. That's the slogan of it. We tire suffering. Okay, that is it. We move on. Today, one of our major discussions will be about CETIS. We will not stop the issue about CETIS. And on next week, we will be discussing the issue about GTMS. And we will be calling the US government attention. Maybe they're not in the know. And that's the reason why we're the watchdogs in the society. And we will be officially complaining GTMS. We think that this company is taking or receiving money from Liberians for no reason. GTMS, owned, operated by Aminata Bangura of Sierra Leone. They are Sierra Leone. People are paying monies for what use, for what purpose, what the government stands to benefit. There is nothing. So when the Global Magnitsky Act that is sanctioning officials of government and businesses for corruptions or into corrupt activities, I think GTMS should be involved into it because of what they are doing. You know, they say whistleblower, right? We are our own. We will not hire ourselves. When we read the communication next week, we will read it to the Liberian people, backed by facts, backed by what Liberians and business people are saying, backed by all the necessary documentations, and tell the US government about what GTMS is doing. You know, at times these things hurt. You bring a company at the detriment of the Liberian people, and the folks enrich themselves when Liberians, nobody can tell me they use, you know, I've said, you know, the reason why the brokers union people will not say anything, because the broker union president is on pay to Aminata Bangura. He's being paid by Aminata Bangura. So they will not speak for the people. That is not something that even supposed to happen. But we'll give you the detail, how they are collecting money, how it is. You know, I don't know how these deeds come about. I don't know how these things come about. What do the country stand to benefit? This company that could not be accepted in Sierra Leone, we have all the documentations. This company that could not be accepted in Sierra Leone. And I will give you a story where Aminata Bangura was arrested in Sierra Leone for certain actions. But this is a person that comes to Liberia. You know, that's the reason why sometimes they say Liberia is a site for too many things. Things that other countries will reject. It is what Liberia accepts. And so today we're going to talk about cities. And luckily, you've gotten the voice. Luckily for us, folks, on our investigation, we were able to visit, not today, we were able to visit the office of CITICS in the Congotown belt. Even though on the document, it is something different, the place there. Right? It is something, the place there. Right? There are different addresses, the place there. We went there and we're able to call the manager. You see, Liberians, we are our own problems. Liberians, we are our own problems. Liberians, we are our own problems. Because if you listen to this guy, he called himself the manager of cities, the Liberian manager of cities. You listen to him. How he sounded, we Liberians are our own problems. For those of you just joining us, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, cities. It is a company that wanted to come and operate during the regime of Honorable Moses Wakoli. Listen, yo. I want to say this. I want to say this. When they tried to bring the company, who brought this company? It is Aminata Bangura. Aminata Bangura. She brought in GTMS. She succeeded. She penetrated. She has brought in, nobody is not saying that foreigners cannot work. But in GTMS, all the major positions that gave good salaries, they are being occupied by Sierra Leoneans. Positions that Liberians can occupy, they've been occupied by Sierra Leoneans. Sometimes we got to stop these things. The interests of the Liberian people should be paramount to everything we do. We cannot continue to allow Liberians to continue to go through these things. And all these things brought on the head of the labor minister. So Cities Liberia Incorporated, they started to make some negotiation arrangements during the regime of Moses Wakoli. And so Moses Wakoli, they were not successful. And then it was the two companies. One went to the labor ministry, and the next went to the Liberia Immigration Service with the understanding that they want to take over. The work permit and the issuance of visa or whatsoever from the immigration end. The immigration saw the security implications. What it did, they said no, they did not. But because you have the Minister of Labor that is so eager to get things for himself. So what did he do? He went along with some folks in the government and went into this contract. Listen to what the manager of the company, City, said to me. He said there was a bidding process and then they won the bid. Listen to me. Do you understand the word bid? How can the Ministry of Labor do a bidding process to give a contract to someone for 40, 60, as if to say it is the company that asks for certain and they're bringing that expertise with certain level or certain thing that they're bringing that they will give. So the man said to me, they did a bidding process and we challenged them to give us the document of the bidding. There were no bidding. They dubiously took the contract or the so-called contract they put together by themselves and awarded that thing to Cities, a Slovenian company, a foreign company, to carry out the work permit of foreign nationals. And the deal, this is the funny thing about it. The deal is 40-60 for 5 years. 40-60 for 5 years without any tangibles. So listen to what the people said. Listen to the benefit that are coming to the government. All the cars they bought, when the 5 years finish, with a D, then they will take the cars they give it to the government. Does that make sense to you? What's the possibility these vehicles will last for 5 years? That a benefit that the government will get. Then, what they're going to do, they are taking over the registration of the work permits for foreign nationals. This is what the law says. Let me read you what the law says. You know, the Minister of Labor, he seeks his personal interest to the extent he puts the country, you know, into all kinds of things. Listen, under the Ministry of Labor revised regulation number 17 of 2019, regulation concerning employment permits, section 1, the second part, let me just read from up this here, that except otherwise provided by law, all aliens must obtain work permits from the Ministry of Labor as required by Chapter 45, Section 45.1 of the Decent Work Act as a precondition for employment in Liberia. Listen to this. Work permits shall be valid for 1 calendar year from the date of issuance and shall be reviewed annually with the minister. Listen, with the minister. They did not say with Setis. They did not say with second person. With the minister reserving the right not to renew a work permit except, however, that. You know what it said? With the minister, that means in work permit, per the law, the portion of the law will go there, right? It is only the Minister of Labor that has the right. It is only the Minister of Labor that has the right to sign on any work permits in this country. Even the deputy minister, assistant minister, director are not eligible to sign. That's the reason why when the minister goes out of the country or wherever he goes, all work permits will be put to hold. You know why they did it? Because there is security implications as to who to give work permit to, why to give people work permits. These things need to be investigated and know the purpose in which the person has come in the country. What type of job do they have for him? The job needs to be seen, or it is to be proven to know that, okay, it is true this person has come as an expatriate to come and do this job. So there are no Liberians to do this job. Then when you go through all these things, it doesn't take a day. It takes a time. So when you go through all these things, you get to understand that, okay, this person is eligible to have a work permit. Then you give them the work permit. Only the minister per the law is authorized to sign on any work permit. But this is what Setis has done. The agreement here is this. The work permit, because Setis is saying that the minister, he's too slow. People can get that work permit, they can sign it soon. So what they're going to do, either the minister just do that electronic signing and they put it in their system. People will be applying online. And you know, you apply online, as soon as you do it, they drop the thing there. You go ahead. That's now you see, you know what's going to happen in it? We will not have record on Who are those coming in the country? We will not have record on who. We will not have records on what type of jobs are they coming to do. You know why? Because SETIX is to give the government 12 million annually. So she doesn't care about if this job should not be given. She will accept everyone because she's after money. She needs to get money. She's after money as to generate the 12 million within a year period. So SETIX will not be care. So the minister will not be aware. The minister not care. It has been taken from under the jurisdiction of the minister. And the law says only the minister should sign. So how you would say the biometric thing? So how the biometric thing will be because a biometric issue? Now that's when you're going to take pen to sign again. So it means the minister will just do the electronic signature and SETIX will have it in their system. So as soon as you pay for the money online or they do the thing, they just put it there. So the government has no control. You don't know who you bring in your country. Nothing in the, you see the security implication? Because once the people submit, or you don't know who are those foreigners yet, and you don't know the type of jobs they are doing, you don't have control over it. Because the reason you don't have control over it, because you source it out to a company that should not. Listen, you could hire this company, they do this job, you pay for the service. You could generate money. You generated 7 million for yourself annually. And these people come and say they would generate 12 million. So calculate. Let's do it today again, folks. Let's do this. Let's go to this. 12 million times 0.40 because they're getting 40% share. So out of the 12 million, the people said they will generate for you annually, that you gave them this contract, then you make the citizens, the foreigners, to give all the necessary informations. I will come to the play. I will encourage the Americans not to do it. I will encourage you people. I will encourage nationals not to do it because it has security implications. So out of the 12 million, the company will be receiving 4,800,000. So you know the profit the government will do? 200 million. That even when the government stands good, she can make more than that 7 million for herself. But how will the government do it? Let me tell you, the Ministry of Labor under the leadership of Charles Gibson, only one vehicle the inspectorate team got, the inspectorate department, one vehicle. And that one vehicle is being used by the head. And you don't blame the head, though. He's entitled to a car. So how the inspectors go out to go inspect? There's no vehicle for inspectors. So you see some of the factors that are leading us not to generate even more than 7 million. We can generate even more than 7 million. But the Minister of Labor has stopped the people not to even go out. He decides who to go at a certain time. You know? And so this is it. So the inspector department are supposed to inspect work permits in the country. They don't have vehicle. Only one vehicle they have at the ministry. So it weakens them to generate more revenues. So imagine under these circumstances, they are generating 7 million. Were you to give them maybe vehicles? The last time I want to say thank you to the Ministry of Finance. Yes, they gave it. They gave them 50,000. The Ministry of Finance gave Labor Ministry 50,000. Do you know what this minister did? He went and bought cars for senior officials and did not buy a car for the inspectorate department of the ministry that gives the money to the ministry. So now they took the work permit issue that should not be given to any institution. What's going to happen? This institution is not saving her information in Liberia. As soon as she plugs anything in, it goes to Europe. It goes to Slovenia. There where they got a head office. So all the citizens or all the people informations will not be controlled here, will not be maintained here, will not be kept here. And you know, U.S. citizens are being targeted in the war. U.S., the American citizens are targeted around the world. So who knows that that information you are storing or you are keeping in your system could be leaked out to someone. And then the American citizens' information that you're going to take, it creates a problem. Who knows the citizens you are taking, their informations? How genuine is your information to keep these things? Because the thing is that, in fact, the thing is, the Ministry of Labor doesn't have control over it at all. No, the Ministry of Labor doesn't have control over it at all. Cities is the one that doing everything. They collect the money physically, and they take the 40% share and send 60% share to the government. So my question here is, what is it that cities is doing that we're giving them 40% share? It's like they seen deal the deal with Aminata Bangura that gave her what's the company name? They seen deal the day that gave her GTMS to the extent she's operating loosely. It is the same thing they're trying to do. It's the same thing that our cities is trying to go through, where they're gonna be generating money, like to say, okay, my friend, that country there, that virgin country, cannot go put in place. Yeah, we start to collect money. Nothing in the car. You know, so but that is just a brief stuff of it. We have the head of communications here, Upfast Brown, with if we having, we're gonna talk about the upcoming county meet. So he's our guest. We're gonna talk about it. Then we'll come back to this entire thing, this CTN issue at that area. Liberians are complaining about the whole CTN issue, and honestly, this is what we need to stand for. This is what we need to tell the people, say enough is enough. People like Aminata should not be operating such a dubious company in our country. So we're going to take our guest, and after our guest, we will get back to our discussion. It's been a long time. Mr. Brown, how you doing? Good evening.
Good evening, sir. And of course, thank you.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's not easy, you know.
Go ahead.
It's been quite hectic for us because of you know, the importance of the National County Sports Meet, and we are drawing very close to the commencement of the county meet. So yes, we've been here and there making sure that things are happening positively, you know. So let me apologize for being late. As a media practitioner myself,
Sure.
I just hate to be late.
I know.
But again, but anyway, I'm here.
Okay. How's the Ministry of Youth and Sports?
Well, we are doing pretty good. Of course, you know that the Ministry of Youth and Sports is equipping with the facts to promote youth development as well as sports. You know, we are the ministry where we focus on youth development. And so we are doing pretty good. And of course, right now, the biggest event is highlighting. So yes, we at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, we're doing good.
Very good. At the Ministry of Youth and Sports, you people are doing good. How prepared is the Ministry of Youth and Sports to kickstart the county meet?
We are prepared, Sekou, to have the county sports meet. And you know, that is The county sports meet is one of government's
Mhm.
deliverable, and so we are prepared. We are making frantic effort, to make sure that the commencement of the county meet is on course. The national county sports meet we kick off on December 17th in Grand Bassa County, because Grand Bassa County is the official host. And after that, there will be games at the three venues. As I speak now, we are giving jersey to the counties. In fact, 10 of the counties have received their package, and we are also able to make sure that all of the counties receive 7,000 United States dollars for preparation, because Asala Liberia gave the Ministry of Youth and Sports 250 United States dollars as being the headline sponsor of the National County Sports Meet, with additional $25,000 to counties that they are operating in, like Nema, Bonk, and Grand Bassa. So yes, the counties received some of the money, but again, we are still challenged. We are yet to receive, government funding. The government is the chief patron, and so we yet to receive, because that right now I think government is mostly concentrating on the civil servant salary, which is a paramount concern. And so yes, we are waiting on to hear from the government as soon as possible.
Okay, that's very but take us through how this year's county meet gonna be like.
It's going to be colorful as usual. It's going to be colorful. This year's county meet is under the theme Liberia, a Nation, celebrating 200 years of existence, maintaining the peace through women's sports participation. You know that this year, as a country, is our bicentennial year. And so, yes, in collaboration with that, we are celebrating along with the Boston. So this is the bicentennial edition of the National County Sports Meet. A nation celebrated 200 years of existence, but again, maintaining the peace through women's sports participation. On Saturday, December 17th, there will be a event, a pattern tree where the counties, the team will parade in the street of Buchanan and at the Doris Sports William Page. Then the official ceremony take place, and after that be a march, Grand Bassa versus Riverses. And that match, I don't know who owns back who the real Bassa people. But again, yes, so far so good. So yes, we are able to now to give us the fixture, the rules and regulations. What
You want to share the rules and that of the regulations with us for the county meet?
it's you can it's voluminous. You can't do that.
Just few of them, because people listening who want to understand what are some of the new rules.
No, just a minute. For example, if Sekou Sharif was a Lone Star, the old rule says if you play for Lone Star, you will not be able to play for the county meet.
Okay.
With consultation from the counties, the technical people, we say no, because sometimes it's you try to kill that person's dream. For example, you play for Lone Star one time, you not play again. So does it suggest to us that we shouldn't play for the county meet? We say no, because if you play 5, for example, consecutive high international matches for the national team, it means that you can't play. But if you just play one game, you play one full tournament, and then go back on the team, we can disfranchise.
Okay. So meaning that's a new idea you put in.
That's a new thing, And so so the thing is, because
when you say you play for Lone Star, you say that you play a game for Lone Star, or maybe, for example, if you in a league and you play several other games, but that's just a phase of it, not in different phases.
No, when you play for the national team, and the first rule says when you play for the national team, you're not eligible.
Okay.
Well, we are saying no. Right? You Oxford Brown play for, I was called on Lone Star team and I played for Lone Star maybe 2015. Should I be disenfranchised to play for the team when I'm not on the national team anymore? No. So after 5 years, you call me, I'm not there again. So let me play for the county meet. We said that now 10%, 10 10, like the football is about 25, 30 players, but the rule says you must have 10 bona fide persons from your country to be on the country meet. And, in the past, people would take people from all over. We said, no, yes, you can take people from all over, but at least you must have 10 persons from your county. And that is why the counties themselves are doing,
selections?
They're doing, what they call district league. So they can start.
How will you determine that all of the players will be from a county?
Well, we can, but the thing is that it's about fairness. But we not see take all of the players. If, for example, one county that takes all of our players from the for the country is Maryland County. Maryland, the last county, all of the players came from Maryland County, which is good, right? We can say, but what we are seeing at least take 10%, 10 bona fide. Because you have some good talent in your county. At least take 10 of them, and you want to take 15 of them, fine. You want to take all of the things that Maryland. It's going to be so good for the county as well for the youth in the county there. So yeah, so we try to make it more suitable, and more friendly, that people the county themselves can enjoy.
So what are some of the regulations or some of the rules that have been set out and you don't want people to violate?
Well, the thing is that, look, the last county meet, there were too many yellow cards. What we're doing now, we are moving from analog to digital. As I speak to you, we had a workshop training the counties. We created an app, the portal, where you can log in. Like Sekou is in, for example, this man is in Bangladesh, for example. He wants to know about the county meet. You just go to the party login, national county sports meet, and you know everything. So we are moving and we are graduating now from analog to digital because it's the best practice. So you can get that information forever. Now, we in that portal, you have all of the referees, the match commissioners, the coaches, and everything, including a place for media, so that you can send in your suggestion, your thoughts, your report, and all that kind of thing. So yes, it's digital now. So there's no need, nobody to be lying. Oxford Brown wearing number 5 jersey for Sino County. Before, when you can't bring it, you can bring it, it changed. The next thing they change you. No, nobody gonna do that. When you register that on the portal, that information goes there. That man the face is number 5. Nothing changes. Anything by the county, everybody will know, everybody will see it. So it means that you want to create problem. So yes, so this is where we are, and this is where we are going to make sure that the county is better, is suitable, is friendly, and is entertaining.
Most often you have people complaining about, because the organizers are from this county. That's the reason why they are making the games and making the fixtures so that this county cannot be in. What have been put in place to, get the people to understand that this is just a game and this is how it should be?
First of all, the county meet is not must win.
Okay.
It's not must win.
But must participate.
Yes. Because in 1956, when Totman, thought about the county meet, it was about unity. It's still about unity. Bring the people together under a patriotic umbrella where people can fellowship. And so, look, the rules, the fixture are drawn by not the organizers, but the technical people. They counted themselves. They counted themselves on a technical committee. They make suggestions. So the organizing or the Ministry of Youth and Sport don't go in the corner and do rules. Even now, the rules were also visited today. It has a discussion. The referees, the match commissioner, the counties representative, one of the counties, and they were there. So they make suggestions. They determine the rules and the fixture. The fixture is that it is a draw. We put all the counties together, and the representative from counties come and they just speak.
How's the momentum within this entire, county meet issue? How counties are responding? Is there a very high momentum, or maybe some of the guys are complaining no money because, like you said, you're not paid. The government has not paid money yet.
I think the momentum is there. The county themselves are raising the momentum because they are playing cross matches, and so they are on camera already. So yes, the moment in all of the counties right now, oh no, it's getting stronger. Why they show that, but yet they have received some money. Like I said, all of the counties receive $7,000 Counties that are hosting receive additional 2,000 because to get the venue prepared. Now for Bong, Nima, and Grand Bassa received $10,000 to Nima County, 7,500 goes to Bong, and 7,500 to Grand Bassa County. So yes, the county themselves are in high spirit for December 17th.
Let's look at the security aspect of it, because the country has a very high momentum. You see people, threatening my country will win, if the chief today will do this. And you see, sometimes people want to cause some other problems. What is it like in terms of the security, sector of having you people to have a very unique country?
We know that sports is somehow have semblance of hooliganism. Angry fans, when they beat your team, you get angry. So we are putting in place security measures. Now for the counties, right? Now the county has the prerogative because, for example, in Grand Bassa County, Grand Bassa is official host. So the superintendent and people there, they work up security issues. When it comes to the quarterfinal or semifinal comes to Morovia, that is we have. Well, last year we have a Siga. Siga took care of security and they did a very good job.
What about this year?
This year, yes. This year, Siga, people are trying to they are bidding for the academy. They are sending proposal. So we review those proposals, and of course, at the end of the day, we must have security. We must put security in place because
what about the national police?
The police is a bigger security. But again, you need to beef up the police strength. You need to beef up the people who have Siga as private security, then the national security, and they work together to make sure that we have.
Do you pay the private securities?
The private security work for nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe sometimes you can go into arrangement and say, okay, we do this, we do this.
Yeah, there's always a partnership. There's always a partnership. So we have developed partnership with Siga. And of course, so we worked together the last country meet. We hoping that maybe who knows, anything could happen. This year, but security is key. It's key, and that the first thing, in fact, we have a meeting with the Liberia National Police as well. So yes, so security is key.
Would the president be there for the official opening?
Well, the president would not be in the country because the president is in the States, so he'll be in the States. The president would be arriving on the 18th. The country starts on the 17th. So the president will not be there, but who knows? Anything can happen. But it's our understanding that the president will be coming in the country on the 18th of December.
Let's look at tickets. How is it going to be like prior to games or the same time?
The tickets in the country determine that. When it comes to Morovia, the organizing.
So let's talk about the counties. They say the local authorities are going to be producing it.
Yes, the local authority will have. We have absolute control over ticketing in the various counties. Yes, So while it's true, we organize, so we have an oversight. And, we do the tickets and send it to the counties and say, hey, you're taking it because of your county. And, when it comes to Morovia, yes, we have control. We take, absolute control.
Let's look at the trophy. So sometimes the people say when they get the trophies and everything, nothing. What is it like this for this year?
I don't know when you say nothing.
It's not to the expectation of them. Well, a country wins the country meet. Something, just now people have complained about it. But what is it for this?
I don't know, because as far as concerned, I don't know. Nobody have complained because when you win, we get prizes. Besides the trophy, we gave you cash prize.
And how much have you been giving?
Is I think up to last year we did about 500,000.
LD?
Yes, because we get this.
When you convert that thing, is just around like 5,000 something.
No, again, we said the country meet is for unity, right? Besides that, it's our sponsors who provide. All of the money. So yes, what they say, I will take care of this. We accept that, But again, it's not must win. It's about unity. It's about patriotism. It's about oneness. Yes. So you have.
So how many sponsors do you have for this year?
For now, we have very few. We have ArcelorMittal as a headline sponsor. We have Orange Liberia. We are in negotiation with EcoBank Liberia, Dutch Bet, and one or two other sponsors. So yes, we in negotiation with them, but we are hoping that they will lend the support. They have been always lending the support to the National Counter Sports.
Before we can go to the lines
and Lisca, of course.
Lisca, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
APN Terminal as well.
APN Terminal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about CTN?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, they only know how to support protests.
ArcelorMittal, APM Terminal, Orange Liberia, Lisca, Dutch Bet, and of course EcoBank. Yes. So, in fact, by the way, we just received on all of the jerseys for the National County Sports Meet today from APM Terminal. Yes.
Okay, so what I said about media institutions, because let me be honest, was it last year? I think last year or one of the years that the process was very unique, where media institutions got their accreditation. What I said, because in most cases, media institutions or journalists that cover these things free of charge. What are you people doing about it? Yeah, my man. I'll be honest, man.
Let me tell you something. I try to make the argument because it's important that we change our attitude, because if we want to best practice, there's no way in the world you go again people pay you. For example, Voice FM say, look,
Voice of Liberia.
Voice of Liberia. Sorry, we want to carry the game live, right? We give you the right. You make money because for sponsors say, look, we carry the national contest. Can you advertise on because the National County Sports Meet is the biggest event. Everybody want to be part of it. Now, what we can do is that
Capacity. You be man.
No. We put out the link for people to apply.
Yes.
When you apply, it doesn't mean you'll be qualified for accreditation. If you are qualified, we give you the accreditation, and you go carry the game. You won't. For example.
That's so much issue.
Yeah, that's what the issue is.
Because you have Voice of Liberia. We have outside broadcast equipment. So let me just give you the line on how it works. You got technicians. For example, the antenna that we need to use to put it up, you need not less than 4 or 5 persons. You don't want to go on the stadium and start calling people around. You can't help me and everything. You need technicians. You need the guys to do the commentary, right? And then you need the camera people, because we have, I think you've seen also on television, television and everything. And you people are saying institutions too.
We had a private discussion.
No, I'm not talking about that one. Just talking,
so we had a private discussion. But again, when it's time for the counter meet, especially when it's in Monrovia, all of the media institutions want to be part. You can't accept everybody.
Yes.
Or because when you bring your 10, Voice of Liberia, OK FM, True FM, Prime FM, EOBC. You have more than So if you take 5 from everybody, we're not filling that place. Honestly,
So, but what can you do for the legitimate institutions?
Now, we got what we call the media tuning. Voice of Liberia. Okay, you go there, you sit down, you get your laptop, you got the internet facility, you sit there and you cover the game right on the media tubing. You don't have people, journalists, passing around. You go on the media tubing, you sit down, you just plug your computer, wherever, and you have all of the actual. It's intended for journalists, sports journalists, to capture, all of the excitement, and the attraction. So you go to sit down, so you're there, you watch a game, you cover the game. We are saying, look, if we take 10, we have 5 booths, commentary booths, right? You know that?
5, yes.
5. So they mean that 5 radio stations going up. And nobody going down on that thing there.
No.
Nobody going there because it's straight moves. Nobody going there anymore. So, but we'll see.
But I'm not trying to criticize other media institutions.
Mm.
But most of the people that will go there, some of them are going to do OB with phones. And you don't want because, for example, we have an OB equipment. And then in some cases, for example, now we've been deprived. And you see people using the booths that having phones, that using something.
Trust me. Eh? Nobody will use telephone to do commentary in the booth. Nobody. It's never happened. You know, the last time it was people. You see, first you're busy. That's the
state radio.
State radio. So when you come, when we accredit you come soon. So Voice of Liberia, when you accredit you, so you go one of the people. But we will inspect your equipment. Trust me, you're not going to look. I know that I post some people outside. But we give the opportunity with people with telephone from the counties because they're not capacitated. You know, the guys from the area. Now you
find place for them.
Yeah, we find place for them. No, not in the boat. They can't go. So we could pay the goalpost because, for example, the Maryland is qualified to come to Monrovia. When they get a general, they say the men come there. At war. So the Mecca will let telephone. He said, okay. Oh man, yes, go beyond the goalpost, you know, and it's good that well because we want to accommodate people the way people feel happy and satisfied. And
what about the for example, you have the stage of the country media that comes to Monrovia, and a journalist or the media institution wants to go and install their broadcast equipment like the OB. They don't want to have it removed all the time. Go and install, remove it, and all of that. Is there any guarantee of being safe?
Absolutely. But look, we have done that over and over again. If I last time to Spoon went there on a Friday evening because we say come there 6 o'clock Friday.
Very good.
And install your equipment. So you gotta be coming with bag and all that kind of thing. No, it's safe. KMTV will do the same.
Okay.
They come Friday because they don't have the time. Saturday will be like the game, football game. You know, so no, you come. You set up your equipment and you go. In the morning, you come and start your broadcast. But you're not, because the thing is, it's also embarrassing to you that you come in the feedback people, security people, so they're stopping you and blocking you and get to riot with, I'm a journalist, you know, everything. You know, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Okay, folks. We can't do that. The head of communication here this evening on the program, Offord Brown. He's our guest on the program. He comes from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We're discussing the upcoming national county meet. I can enjoy the thing when the euphoria
of course
starts to take over. You see all the counties are coming. It just shows the beautification of our culture. You know, you see some other people bringing this thing, and by this time you see people shouting.
You know, you can see politics in it. You can see the men are like CPP men. No. You see everybody together. Sometimes it's even hard to say the men are the firemen, even a crime.
Yeah.
Because everybody together, we happy, we celebrating, we change all the counties. So it's good. That's unity can be there.
Yeah.
So we try to maintain that, you know. And again, look, the SKD that pocket seat now. Another time dress, let me say that. No, they want you. Media, when you come in, the last time I had to post somebody outside because they brought a friend.
No.
It's not gonna happen. Please, you come. If you buy your ticket, your number on that ticket, you say that there. You bring your brother, then you own your brother on your own, on his own.
Let's look at this restriction because before we go to the lines, at times people enter with bottles. People enter with a lot of things. And the level of SKD has grown to a point there should be a really strong and strict restriction, no matter who the person should be. What is it you people have put in place about that?
You know, sorry, you have not been on the field for a while because nobody will want to field a bottle.
Very good.
This is FIFA regulation. Nobody going to field a bottle. It's harmful. If that rubber, fine, but breakable something, nobody going to feed. So it's in fact, people are being educated to that. Nobody going to field a bottle. You bring your own bottle. The way they will handle you, you yourself will not believe it. You will regret the meaning, the hour you carry a bottle. Why do you pass a bottle? So everything on the field that has been sold is canned. and plastic.
Very good.
It can't, nobody carry breakable thing. In fact, the security will, if it gets sharp object, they will stop you. They'll take it from you. We know how it is when people are excited. We know how it is when people are angry. So what they can do. Angry fans, what they can do. So yes, security, that's why security is key. And that's why we've been working with the Liberia National Police have been demonstrating excellently along with our SIGA security we had. So nobody carrying anything on a feet that is piercing.
Very good. Okay, so let's go to the lines. We're going to take a few calls. You Liberians out there, the National Counting Meet is up next on the 17th, you said?
On the 17th of December.
On the 17th of December, and the official opening will be in Grand Bassa County.
Doris Williams Post Pitch in Grand Bassa County.
Okay, 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907, 0880-907-907. We're talking about the National County Sports Meet that is to start on the 17th. Which one of the countries you from? You can call us, and then let's hear you. Maybe we just want to take a few of your calls. The WhatsApp line is 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907 is the WhatsApp line for those of you out of Liberia. Maybe you want to weigh in as we talk about the National County Sports Meet. Like the communication person from the Ministry of Youth and Sports said, on the 17th will be the official opening, and then you don't want to miss it. This very first person. Hello. Yes.
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening.
Which countries you supporting in the upcoming countries meet?
Oh man, I wish to see my country in the city of
Bon County.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
pray for my country to lead in the city of
Okay. You want you want you guys to come to the ATS, eh?
Yeah. Which is really, really good. So many years, thinking about 3 years ago, very, really good.
Wow.
Yeah, so very, very, when it comes to our players, when I listen to all them, when they push at least we have to share for them to be every possible.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Let me take this person on the line here. This sort of
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, my name is Samuel E. Nupolu, calling from Rehab Community.
Sammy, go ahead.
You there?
I said go ahead, you're live.
Oh, I support you, Bon County.
Bon County.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One carry because the season because there a long time I haven't carried yet, so one carry the season.
Okay, thank you. I think I don't need to take. When we start, people will be calling which countries is Maybe we want you to ask questions because they men are neutral, man. So let's do the call.
Yeah.
Is there any message you want to give before we let you go?
Let me say thank you first of all for having me in your beautiful, cozy studio.
I know, right?
And let me say thanks for the job you are doing here. And I think we following you. You're doing a profound job. Thank you. Keep up the good work. We are encouraging all of the counties and their supporter to remain peaceful, to be more patriotic and nationalistic. Again, we hoping that the government of Liberia we provide the necessary fund, so that the country meet can be super, as successful. Yes, we hoping because we know that the government is the chief patron, So yeah, but many thanks to all of our sponsors. Like I said, APM Timberland just gave all of the jerseys, and Liskap, Abraham Avi Zenenberg gave all of the trophies and awards, including individual awards, yes, and yes, so yes, we have all of those, and again, and thanks to Asalamita Orange Light, Asalamita, our prime sponsor, for coming out. So we just want to encourage you. The country meet is on December 17th, and of course, it's the official opening will be at the Doris Williams Post page in Grand Bassa, Buchanan City.
Thank you very much. We hope and our doors going to be open to you people as we do all in good faith.
Yes, and again, let me say to you, the county meet is as one of the government deliverables. The county also provide temporary employment. For example, you have let me be exact. Let me be sure. You have athletes. For example, a temporary employment have 120 athletes. You have referees, 152 referees.
And you pay them.
Yes. You have 72 match commissioner, statisticians, and monitor. These are temporary, short-term employment. So that's what it does. So employ people, get people some money, and again, it boosts economic ability for the various countries. People, countries. When countries may go down there, so people that do small business can improve, can boom, and it can get some earnings. So that's why it does, and that's why we all need to support the National County Sports Meet.
Thank you very much.
I'm always, happy to be here, and I hope I'm willing, and anytime for your call, we'll be humble enough.
And we must admit, you are very flexible, though. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. I'm honored.
Okay. Okay. That's it. That's all the time. We've talked about the youth and sports. Let me take a break. I hope my producers will let me take a break here, and then let me take a break so we can take this. Let me take a very short break here, so we can transition now. We move to our discussion with Citix. welcome back to the show. Let me say thank you. The time is 21 after 7 in Liberia, whatsoever it is to your end. Um, we've returned to continue the discussion about statistics. So, like I was saying, the Ministry of Labor that has the sole responsibility to issue work permits to foreign nationals, which should not for no reason taken away from them to give to anyone. And the law is very clear that the minister is the sole authorized person to sign on the work permit. No one else. No one else. It should not be done through second or third party. No. No one else. It should be done solely the minister should sign. You know the reason why, the people that made the law, they say that? Because giving work permit to foreign nationals, there are a lot of things to take into consideration. Number one, you need to know the individual well that you're giving the work permit to. Number two, you need to know if the person reached the standard or should be given work permit. Number three, security implications to know who the person is and which type of job this person is coming to do in Liberia. If it is not job or not jobs for Liberians. These are things that you need to know. All these things you need to know. So now with the new thing, the new understanding now, statistics take over everything. The minister has no right again. He's going to do his electronic signature and then just get it in statistics biometric system. And folks, this thing is, I'm telling you, most of the folks at the Ministry of Labor are against this thing. Only Charles Gibson that sees this thing to be good. You're making your own money. You're having your own business. You're making your own money. Somebody come and say, their business you're doing, you're making 5,000. I will make you to get 7,000. Out of this 7,000, I will take 2,005 because it is the space you have that making you to get that money. So the person wants to come and take over that space. And the people agree. Minister Gibson, they took that thing, and then some of the argument people want to make, why the other people ask us, their agreements, their benefits are different than what status is. And I'm saying to you, fellow Liberians, Aminata Bangura that has CTN, in extension GTMS, is the one behind this entire deal. You know the reason why I asked this man from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, if the Ministry of if CTN or GTMS, if they're supporting the counter meet, you know why I asked? The only thing that Aminata Bangura can support is protest against the government. I have recording on her, where she's admitting that ANC, Liberty Party, Unity Party, when they have anything, they can write her. And when they write her, they can give whatsoever they can give as their own contribution as a business operating in Liberia. This is the same woman that brought CTN, this dubious company. And that's the reason why I'm saying next week, we will let the U.S. government, we inform them. We inform them about this company. You know, that's a good thing about the global Manisky. Bring out these corrupt people. We now go say, hey, we have our hands. We will tell them, we will write them, we'll give them the pieces of evidence and let them know that this is what this company is doing. What's the problem? All the people at the institution are sitting in, all of them. I'm not against foreigners working here, no. Even jobs. So you see what she's doing now? When this city's issue remains, What Aminata Banga will do, she will bring in more Sierra Leoneans. They will bring in more other nationals to do jobs that Liberians are to do. And I'm calling on all the foreigners in Liberia, do not adhere to this thing. Your informations that have been taken, you don't know what they're going to do with it. Don't do it. And I like the Americans. And the Americans are targeted in this war. And you think the Americans coming to go, they go put, as soon as you do your biometrics, you put your fingers and everything, they can hunt you any part of the world. Do you know what they're going to do with your information? And in fact, all the information they are collecting is not going to be stored in Liberia. It goes to that server in Slovenia. Do the ministry see all these security implications? Americans are here. They're going to go be doing nothing and everything. Me, I know the American people will not agree. Me, I know the Americans. They respect their citizens. I know. And I got a big surprise for you. I will tell you next week. Because next week it will happen. I will tell you next week. Let me tell you something, folks. Nobody support protest or rally or whatsoever yet. But if it calls for you to stand for something, we will stand for it. You're listening to the careless thing the manager of this company said when we carried out the investigation. Listen to this. Listen to what he said. Right? Listen to it. Well, I'm getting myself.
So what's your name, please?
Okay. Start the whole thing.
As journalists, when you receive information, there's always, we were told you are the country manager for Celtics, right? So what's your name, please? So as journalists, when you receive information, it's always prudent to get all sides of a story. Most especially when it has to do with allegations or some investigative issues that have been conducted. So we stopped by at your office to talk to you concerning the company and some of the operations of the company and some other issues that the contract that just got entered between the government of Liberia and that of the company. In 40-60, there has been some rejection as to the company having a 40% and that of the government having 60%. There are just few of the issues we stopped by to talk to you about and to ask you, maybe you as the official person, you could speak to us about it. And then maybe at the appropriate time when we're having our programs, we can also explain the side of the company concerning said issue.
Oh yeah, you said a lot, but to be honest, you haven't said anything. You said a lot, but you haven't really said what the issues. You said a lot of issues.
You listen to the man, and you listen to the. Hold it right there. Don't go. I explained to the man, and I asked him the 40-60 thing. There's an issue about it. Can you explain to me how it is? The man said all the things I said a lot, but I have not said anything. You see the arrogance in our own Liberian brothers that allowing the foreigners to do things to us that they are not to do to us. This is a Liberian man. You see the man what he said. So this is a man that he feels happy because he's into it. You won't see anything wrong with it. Play it. Go ahead.
Any issue, but you can't say exactly what you're after. What are you clarifying? What did you hear? What do you want me to do? I mean, you haven't said anything that I'm supposed to comment on. And every other thing you said is public knowledge. So I don't know what you're asking me now. What exactly do you want from me? What do you want me to say about what?
Which company we're discussing? Celtics.
You have the African corporations of Celtics Liberia Incorporated.
Sure.
Thank you for calling. But one thing is, I can't comment on whatever article you claim to have because I haven't seen it. I don't know what you have is original, so I can't really comment on it. What I can say is, Cetus is an international company. Like I said, all these information are public knowledge. I advise you to go to the official website, CETIS on Google, CETIS, CETIS. You see the entire company is based in Slovenia. What they do is an IT printing, security printing company that prints passports, birth certificate, a lot. So you check that's the parent company of CETIS. So that company was the one that won the contract to provide services to the government of Liberia in the form of a work permit.
Stop it right there. And you see how the man lied? The man said the company won the bid. I challenge the Ministry of Labor, and I challenge all the people to tell us where did they carry out a bid process to take this company. How do you go do a bid of such process and go get someone 40, 60? You know how a bid process goes like? For example, right? You have the rule. This rule, you want to carry out this rule, and you have an institution of fundings in which you want to carry out. And then you open a bid, and companies come to tell you that they can do it, they have the capacity to do everything. Then at times when they win the bid, based on their either what they've done and everything to prove to you that they can do the job, then you tell the company, say, you need to do this work to a certain level before we can do payments. That is how it works. But you can't do a bid where you come, you say you're getting share system. What such a bid is that? And what such a deal is that, by the way? So you know what they've done? And I said yesterday, and I'll continue to say until I end this discussion, not now. Because I know there will be some things that we Liberians will do about this status and CTN. And it's so good. I've spoken to some people, and I know what exactly they've said to me. Next week, y'all wait and hear the news. Next week, y'all wait. Y'all wait next week. Y'all hear certain news. Next week, y'all wait. What they did, and I don't want to blame the president on this one. We need to be strict and honest to ourselves. Most of these agreements or contracts, the president will not sit down to go after them word for word to know what are the things that are in it. So the president, he relies on the people he appoints to various ministries and agencies to tell him what it is. And so on that, he goes about to understand what it is. So in this case, Gibson told the president, along with the folks, they all that did this entire thing, told the president, Mr. President, this deal is a good deal. In fact, the people will come in with cash. In fact, the people will be doing it by their own expense. We're not doing anything. The only thing we'll do is to just give them the contract and make them to work. But they failed to tell the president, Mr. President, this deal is not good because the people are requesting for 60%. And according to them, they will generate 12 million. And if you do the calculation out of the 12 million they will generate, we will be having 7,200,000. And Mr. President, if we empower ourselves, we can make more than that money. But how y'all coming? What imagine y'all coming play? The same people that are paying the money, that the same people you come and check. The same people, they got record on the people. They have system on the people. They say, oh, because the people got book. But all the books are in the records are with the Ministry of Labor to determine and know who are those that are paid, who are those that are not paid. The reason why the Ministry of Labor, particularly the Inspectorate Department, has not been able to generate such an amount of money annually, it is because the ministry, that department, has not been empowered. Only one vehicle the Inspectorate Department has. How do you expect them to go up? How do you expect them to go get to go inspect? So the minister of that ministry has made that department very weak, so that himself he goes to do inspection at all the big sites in the country. So you see the other thing he has done? The car that the minister is riding, it is settings that bought the car. They bought a similar car for Minister Yvette Freeman. She rejected it on grounds that this deal is not good. But Charles Gibson accepted his own because he's a born cook and criminal. He knows how to steal. And I'm praying God, the next session that coming, let Charles Gibson name be part of it. Because these are the criminals. And we will write the U.S. government and complain CTN and CETIS, and we'll let them to know that they're citizens. They are citizens. Should not, because it has security implications. American citizens are hunted around the world. And you go take your fingerprint, go take all your biometric information and go give it to one company that sits in Slovenia, and they save all that things there. And at the end of the day, you don't know in 1, 2, 3 or years to come that could be used. So why if listen to them? Listen to the thing. The government entered a contract with them for 5 years, right? Why if the government cannot sustain the contract after the 5 years? What becomes of all the informations they've gathered for foreigners that in their possession? What becomes of it? Are you thinking about that? What becomes of Americans that will be sending in their information there? And mind you, biometric issue is something that you cannot escape for so easily. Because anywhere you go, you need to have your fingerprint and everything all inside. But look at the D, man. How do you go do the person that stand to benefit mostly is the company instead of the government. So look at the thing the people did. The people brought vehicles, and who they say, oh, these vehicles will be for you. The people pull it in their names. There's a Ministry of Labor, I think, impact or collaboration with CETIS project. Then you know what kind of lesson plate they got on it? PC business car. You now get one lesson plate on it. And the worst of all, look at the people there, man. The sea inspectors are the ones that accompany the foreign nationals that the CETIS people bring in the country to go to the places to go and do the process and do the biometric and collect monies from the people. You getting this thing? So why would the government give this thing to CETIS? The sea inspectors that you just need to empower, just buy a few vehicles. The Ministry of Finance gave 50,000 the other time to the Ministry of Labor. What did they do with it? Charles Gibson went and bought cars or direct ministers. To tell you how Charles Gibson is very unserious. And so you come and enter into a business. You come and enter into something to risk the security of foreign nationals in your country. So you got the influx of more foreign nationals. You will take on jobs that they are not to take on. The foreign nationals' information will not be safe, and there will be lots of things. And I was talking to some people, some senior business people. They were telling me, they said, "Well, I don't know what the government is not protecting our rights. We can't talk." They said, but some of us, we've been haunted. So when you go give your information to this company now, and somebody goes somewhere, the people not save their thing yet, and it lands into someone else's hands. Do you know what's going to happen? Do you know what's going to happen? And we need to stop it. We Liberians, we need to stop it. And let me say to my foreign brothers in this country, this thing is not good for you people. You need to resist it. The way some institutions are resisting to pay money to CTN, you need to resist it. And I encourage institutions, business people, you resist paying money to CTN. Because what are you paying money for? What are you doing with the money? Oh, you just bring company to pay money to someone to enrich themselves. If you ask Aminata Bangura, say, what is the agreement you enter with? What's the responsibility to the government? How much do you generate and give to the government? How much do you deposit into the revenues account of the country? She cannot tell you. The only thing she can do, they collect the raw cash, and then when opposition people write her, she gave them support to do what they want to do. According to what she said it, she's on record. This is the same reason why she left from Sierra Leone. And listen to me, next week, I will give you the detailed information about what she did in Sierra Leone. And I will give you all the necessary information about Aminata Bangura. This is the same girl that is behind this thing. I know the people in government are Emmanuel Nukwe. You call yourself senator, right? You say, oh, you the only hero for Mangibi County. You're the only person that can talk in Mangibi County. You sit there and you are defending and supporting someone that is doing wrong to our country. You are supporting Aminata Bangura. You see the people who call our leaders? You see the people who call our leaders? Emmanuel Nukwe from Mangibi County is one of the supporters and defenders of what Aminata is doing. Then they can call themselves leader within the interest of the people. Do you know what Liberians, business people bringing in their goods in this country, do you know what they go through from this company called CTN? They don't even have the capacity. When you ask them what that function, we can be tracking it. What you call tracking? So what you get BVAN and what you get the other serial companies then for now? It's because they just put this thing together to give money to one girl and her friend. And I will tell you all the connection. It is totally not fair. So because they get think that anything can happen in Liberia are virgin. Anybody can come and eat and get rich at the detriment of the Liberian people. She brought in another company again. Cities. He said, oh, a good company and everything. I play that thing from start to end. That the manager from, he said, oh, just wait. He said, oh, Liberia, free country now. Anything can happen here. She brought in another company again to come and take over. If you ask, how do you give a contract to someone and tell them that the contract I'm giving you, you get 40% share and I got 60% share? And then the person say, okay, out of the 40% share, the 60% share, I will generate 12 million. So let's take it for this example. This argument's sake. Why if cities fail to generate 12 million a year? What will you do? If you generate 10 million, they will take that. Listen to this. Let's do this. Let's do the calculation. If you generate 12 million a year, you generate 12 million a year, then you take off, you say times 0.40 because they got 40% share. They will get 4,800,000. If they don't generate 12 million per year, they generate 10 million. Generate 10 million. 10 million times 0.40. They're gonna get what? If they generate 10 million, you will get 4 million. You see, the people get nothing to lose or to lose. The people generate 12 million, you will get 4,800,000. The people generate 10 million, you will get 4 million. So they only lost 800,000. But then what are you gonna lose? You that generating your own 7 million by yourself, you will count down to 6 million. 1 million gone from you. Oh, yes. So if the people, for example, they cannot generate that amount of money because there will be serious rejection. Watch up and see. We will tell the people, and if it care for us to use all the means to tell the people not to do it, but you forced to go tell the American people, say go put oil. You get Charles getting all the liquor. He can't even get drunk to go say you forced to go do something and everything. Yeah. Okay, very good, my brother. Put my number on the screen. Put my personal number there. They guys say he wants to give me information about CTN. Put my number on the screen. Put my WhatsApp number. Let the guy call me, my brother. My number is available to the Liberian people. Let he call me. Let he call me. Put it there. So, for example, if you don't generate 10 million, you generate, for example, 7 million, like you usually can do, right? That they can usually get 7 million. The government can generate 7 million by itself. 7 million times 0.40. The people will get 2,800,000. You'll get 2,800,000. So you're gonna get 4,200,000. Yeah, you're gonna get 4 million. So you see the thing right there? How will you go give yourself that kind of a thing? You're generating your own money by yourself. Then you go take a contract and give it to somebody. Just because they say they come and do biometric. They say they come and do biometric. So they will do biometric. So they bring their cards. Listen to the benefit that Liberia will get. Liberia will get the benefit when the people finish using the card for 5 years. So when a contract finish for 5 years, then they give it to them. These are things, honestly, at times we are not doing good to our country. This is totally bad. We complain about revenues, we complain about this. Why can we improve and empower the inspectorate department at the Ministry of Labor and don't get time for this quasi company? And let's see if the inspectors can go on the field. And you tell the Minister of Labor to stop interfering when people are inspecting, because he's in the pockets of all the big businesses in this country. I don't know what kind of minister here. Played it. You're listening to the country manager for Cetis. You're listening to his response. Arrogantly, what he did. You're listening.
We were told you are the country manager for Cetis, right?
Yes.
So what's your name, please?
I didn't do it.
So, as journalists, when you receive information, it's always prudent to get all sides of a story, most especially when it has to do with allegations or some investigative issues that have been conducted. So we stopped by at your office to talk to you concerning the company and some of the operations of the company and some other issues that the contract that just got entered between the government of Liberia and that of the company. A 40-60, there has been some rejections as to the company having a 40% and that of the government having 60%. There are just few of the issues we stopped by to talk to you about it, to actually be you as the official person, you could speak to us about it, and then maybe at the appropriate time when we're having our programs, we can also explain the side of the company concerning said issue.
Oh yeah, you said a lot, but to be honest, you haven't said anything. You said a lot, but you haven't really said what you said a lot of issues, company issues, but you're not saying exactly what you're after. What are you clarifying? What do you want me to do? I mean, you haven't said anything that I'm supposed to comment on. Every other thing you said is public knowledge, so I don't know what you're asking me now. What exactly do you want from me? What do you want me to say or what?
Which company we're discussing? Cetis.
You have the African corporations of Cetis Liberia Incorporated.
Sure.
Thank you for calling. But one thing is, I can't comment on whatever article you claim to have because I haven't seen it. I don't know what you have is original, so I can't really comment on it. What I can say is Cetis is an international company. Like I said, all these information are public knowledge. I advise you to go to the official website, Cetis. Just click Cetis on Google, Cetis, SCETIS. You see the entire company is based in Slovenia. What they do is an IT printing, security printing company that prints passports, birth certificate, a lot. So you check that's the parent company of Cetis. So that company was the one that won the contract to Liberia in the form of a work permit. So that company is the one that's printing the work permit. So instead of the book that we had, Liberia used, now it's going to be a card or digital card, where it's going to be a simple card with all the information and a security mandate card.
So the aspect about the 60-40.
I don't know what we are talking about.
The agreement you entered with the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Labor.
I can't comment on it because I don't know what document you have.
Even yesterday, there was a very heated argument about this 40-60% share.
You don't put words in somebody's mouth that you're trying to get information from. You are talking about particular issues that I said I can comment on. So what more do you want to say?
Okay, so you said this is a public issue, which is a public issue, and if you don't mind, we could use the law to write you so that you can submit the documents to us.
Use anything.
Hello.
The governor of Liberia enter, chief, give me a chance to talk. The governor of Liberia enter into a contract with a legitimate company, and it's public knowledge. The president of Liberia came to the Ministry of Labor along with the minister.
So now you see how the man can use the president, right? Eh? You see how, and you listen to the man? The president of the Republic of Liberia. If you go on the Ghanaian website, the guys are making use of our president, posting it all around. Oh, the president was there. The president was there. I don't want you to blame the president. I continue to say, the president is not to all the areas at a time, so he depends on people to do certain things. This trouble that Liberia has, they call Gibson, and the likes of other people told the president that this is a good deal. You know how many things on the head of the president? And so you don't expect the president to go say, this one, we need to be honest. It is Charles Gibson. You're listening to the man arrogant way. You're listening.
This project was launched. It was all in the newspaper, all on the website. It is a public knowledge. There's nothing hidden in it.
As a country manager of the company, didn't you go through the agreement to understand the percentage? Because that's one of the main areas in any agreement.
What I went through it or not, you are not the one to describe my scope of work and what I'm supposed to do.
I'm not describing your scope of work. I'm asking you.
I'm telling you for a fact, and I'm being very, very gentle with this issue. Again,
No, you need to be gentle because we're not having.
I can't comment on that. Is that enough?
You want me to quote you that I said that you say you can't comment on it?
Of course. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you ask me a question, answer. If I ask you a question, you don't want.
No, sir. I'm not answerable. Please, I want to make you to understand. I'm a journalist. I'm asking you because I need to know for the sake of the public. I'm asking you.
What question you're asking me? I can ask you. You're not looking to that.
Sir,
Let's call it the boy, right? I'm talking to him, okay?
you think that's okay, right?
So you saw how the man cut off the call, right? Their man said, and I want you people to listen. Some of you will say, "Oh, why you called the man? You recorded him." You know. Let me tell you something. In journalism, most especially in investigative journalism, it requires you to get people on record because they might say you did not. That's the reason why you heard me asking, "Can I quote you?" And he said, "Yes." That makes it to be legal. But here's the thing: this young man said, all the informations about the company, it is a public thing. The young man said, all the informations about the company is a public thing. But why you cannot tell us about the 4060? so the 4060 are not public thing. Only the article in corporation, or we should go on the website and see that the contract was entered and then the official opening. I did not say it is not a legitimate company. Neither did I say that they did not open or did not enter into contract. But I'm saying the deal itself was not a good deal. And there's been rejection about this deal. I'm told, I cannot confirm, that the Minister of Finance, Samuel Toy, who also Aminata Bangura is very close to, got angry with this deal. He said, even though he knew about it from the start, But he said at certain point in time that this 60-40 thing is not good deal. It should give the company 20. I think that is fair enough. But how the whole government, the Liberian people money, the taxes you're collecting, you say you're taking 40% share to give to one little company. How did we reach this point? Do you know what you're talking? But then the manager of the company, the country manager, which is a Liberian, which they say he's the manager, which is confirmed, you listen to him, he call his name and all. This man is saying to us all the information about the company. It is a public information, good. But he cannot tell us about the 60-40 deal to tell you how wicked it is. Now, this thing is not a concession. But I think this is time for the Liberian people, the legislators, to use the oversight. This is not a good contract that has been entered, because you know what? The monies we are going to generate, we're going to be generating money to pay free money to our company. This thing is not just about you. It has security implications. And I know the international folks here, they will reject it. And they are right to reject it. And I call on them to reject it. Every day we'll be talking about it. And it's so good that some of them have started rejecting it. There's an American guy, I won't call his name. I'm told the man said he cannot do it until he consults the U.S. Embassy. And he did right. Do you know how many people around the world hunting Americans? For you to can't take the people, American citizens, and go do biometric and go send that information to Slovenia? What's the safety? What's the guarantee of it? When you get one BM girl they call Aminata Bangura that cannot sit in her own country, she's in London, she comes to Liberia and she takes money from Liberia and takes it to London. And she brings in Sierra Leoneans. I'm not saying it is bad, but jobs that Liberians can do, Sierra Leoneans are doing it. And like I'm saying, next week, this radio station will write, and it's so good. This Global Magnitsky Act is making use of its operations. Some of you don't know. You just feel the Global Magnitsky Act that only government officials know. They can also sanction businesses and the business owners. Once they notice, and this is what this guy is doing, she's stealing from the Liberian people with the approval of certain people in government. What is CDN doing? So she now found her place to eat. So she bring it in. When she finish with it, when we sit there and the citizens go through, then she will bring another company again. That's how now when you find place to eat. Yes, Joby Flomo is that's my WhatsApp number. The number that we posted, Voice of Liberia posted, it is my WhatsApp number. It is my direct number. You can get me on that directly. You know, you bring bread and you put it on Liberian people's head. Our own, we can generate 7 million for ourselves. So why if we not generate, these people not generate 12 million as they've claimed that they will generate 12 million? Why if they don't generate 12 million? What becomes of it? We stay on obligation to give them the 40% share. So what they've done for us to back up for the labor minister, or for them to do the biometric issue, what's the benefit? You're giving contract to people, you're giving people, you outsourcing things to people, there should be benefit. You see the reason why the immigration people, they refuse LIS? They did not get, because they know the security implications. So somebody sits in London and they want to come to Liberia, but they want to apply for visa. And someone here said they got a job for them. They sit in London, they go online, they fill in the information, ask them for everything, they put it there. You don't know who that person is. And they send that thing to LIS, giving them the reasons why they should give them visa. No one can force the immigration to give visa, but there are reasons or issues you put in your application form that gives the people the clear understanding that you need to come. So that person said they come to do this job, blah, 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 blah. But you're not seeing, you not know if the information they give you that true and everything. And it won't be advanced. Because they say we won't be advanced, and we won't be advanced. So the people will advance us. Oh my God. It won't be advanced. Y'all can play the main voice again. Let's play the main voice. The manager. Let's play a voice. And then we will come back. On next week, I will play you damaging recordings about Aminata Bangura. I will tell you what she left from Sierra Leone. I will tell you what caused her to leave from Sierra Leone. I will tell you a connection with some people and what she's doing and how she's paying money in this country to certain things against what she needs to do. And I will tell you people about the whole city. The whole city eating a skin. Just only what they say, oh, because I'm not a Bagura, or family people, other people, you can say, oh, because our family people they were in the ruling establishment when the new government took over, then they try to chase them and everything. We seen dubious things today, then they collect money, they get paid to government, and the same thing made they took them from there. I have the document, the Sierra Leone government wrote. But in Liberia, yeah, we accepted it. And then the Liberia chambers of commerce, they allow these things to happen. All these things. And I will call the president of Patel next week. It's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call all the people that are affected, and I will call on all the business people. You need to stand for once and tell this guy, no, this country, we are the original citizens of this country, and there are things we cannot agree to. You need to stand on your feet, and let's stand for once. Our mothers, our brothers, our sisters that have left this country, you want to send things back in Liberia, you can't go say, pay this one, pay this one. For what reason? But we'll come to that issue next week. But Cetis is not a good company. 077. Let's play this thing again before we can take the calls. Let's play it.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? You haven't said anything that I was supposed to comment on.
You need to go and start the thing. I want the whole thing to start from yes. We need to do it. The two companies, Cetis and CTN, what they call global tracking GTMS.
A country manager for Celtics, right? So what's your name, please?
I didn't do it.
So as journalists, when you receive information, it is always prudent to get all sides of a story. Most especially when it has to do with allegations or some investigative issues that have been conducted. So we stop by at your office to talk to you concerning the company and some of the operations of the company and some other issues that the contract that just got entered between the government of Liberia and that of the company. A 40-60, there has been some rejections as to the company having a 40% and that of the government having 60%. There are just few of the issues we stop by to talk to you about it, to ask you maybe you as the official person, you could speak to us about it, and then maybe at the appropriate time when we're having our programs, we can also explain the side of the company concerning said issue.
Oh yeah, you said a lot, but to be honest, you haven't said anything. You said a lot, but you haven't really said what the issues. You said a lot of issues, company issues, but you can't say exactly what you're after. What are you clarifying? What do you want me to do? I mean, you haven't said anything that I'm supposed to comment on. Every other thing you said is public knowledge, so I don't know what you're asking me now. What exactly do you want from me? What do you want me to say or what?
Which company we're discussing? Celtics.
You have the Article Corporation of Cities Liberia Incorporated.
Sure.
Thank you for calling. But one thing is, I can't comment on whatever article you claim to have because I haven't seen it. I don't know what you have is original, so I can't really comment on it. What I can see is Cities is an international company. Like I said, all this information is public knowledge. I advise you to go to the official website, Cities. Just click Cities on Google, Cities SCETIS. You see the entire company is based in Slovenia. What they do is an IT printing, security printing company that prints passports, birth certificate, a lot. So you check that's the parent company of Cities. So that company was the one that won the contract to provide services to the northern Liberia in the form of a work permit. So that company is the one that's printing the work permit. So instead of the book that we had, Liberia used, now it's going to be a card or digital card, where it's going to be a simple card with all the information and a security mandate card.
So the aspect about the 60-40.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The agreement you entered with the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Labor.
I can't comment on it because I don't know what document you have.
Even yesterday, there was a very heated argument about this 40-60% share.
You don't put one thing in somebody's mouth that you're trying to get information from. You are talking about particular issues that I said I can comment on. So what more do you want to say?
Okay, so you said this is a public issue, which is a public issue, and if you don't mind, we could use the law to write you so that you can submit the documents to us.
Use anything.
Hello.
The governor of Liberia entered, chief, give me a chance to talk. The governor of Liberia entered into a contract with a legitimate company, and it's public knowledge. The president of Liberia came to the Ministry of Labor, along with the Minister of Labor. This project was launched. It was all in the newspaper, all on the website. It is a public knowledge. There's nothing hidden in it.
As a country manager of the company, didn't you go through the agreement to understand the percentage? Because that's one of the key areas in any agreement.
What I went through it or not, you are not the one to describe a scope of work and what I'm supposed to do.
I'm not describing a scope of work. I'm asking you.
I'm telling you for a fact, and I'm being very, very gentle with this issue. Again,
No, you need to be gentle because we're not having.
Yes, I can't comment on that. Is that enough?
You want me to quote you? I say that you say you can't comment on it.
Of course. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you ask me a question, I answer. If you ask me a question, you don't want.
No, sir, I'm not answerable. Please, I want to make you to understand. I'm a journalist. I'm asking you because I need to know for the sake of the public. I'm asking you.
Clarify what question you're asking me. I can ask you. No, it's not answering to that.
Sir,
Let's call it the boy, yeah? I'll talk later, okay?
you think that's okay, right? We were told you are the country manager.
Okay, so thank you very much. I'm going to go to the lines, but I'm going to take Dominic Nimne. He wants to participate. He's the president of. Okay. God, I'm going to bring Dominic next week. Yeah, on the show. I'm going to bring Dominic, and he's one of the persons that I really respect. He stands for something, and they are into this business issue, bringing in cars, bringing in other businesses and everything. And he is the head of one of the largest groups. Let's go to the lines 0770 907 907 0770 907 907 0880 907 907. That's the two numbers to call us directly. For those of you out of Liberia want to get us on WhatsApp, call us on 0770 907 907 plus 231 770 907 907, and we'll get you live on the program. Liberians, we are our own problems. Hello.
Good evening, Secretary.
Good evening, sir.
This is Raymond Sir Charlie. I join you from the Bushwick Island this evening. Seku, this whole Aminata Bangura with GTM and the setting. You think that Aminata Bangura one benefit? I want to get that now, the benefit. Like that, getting there, like that, getting. If that is not benefit for there, you're seeing push there? You're seeing push there?
We need to stand up. If we talk, it can be addressed. We'll use the other means.
Our own government can use vehicles for 3 years about vehicles. So once they agree for them to hold car, people will use for 5 years a day. You didn't make sense?
It makes sense, eh?
It doesn't make sense, brother.
Where you can't give 40, 60, you get a company 40, then you go to 60. It makes sense. Hello.
Hello, Seku.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. This is Jay Abaki McCarthy calling from Brazil.
Let's hear you.
With regard to the issue, actually, Seku, we are downhearted.
We need a serious citizen mobilization against these people as they did in South Africa. We're not taking laws to our hand as the way South Africa took the laws to our hand. But we'll make sure that we present these people in offices and make sure these offices be out in this country. That's the only thing we need to take down.
Yes.
So as to avoid confrontation with other issues. The joint venture that is going on our share, a joint venture share.
Yeah.
A joint venture share, so everybody got this is what is going on. If you get to your contact number,
okay, thank you. We'll call on you, Liberian. Stand up. Let the people watch and see. Hello. Yes, good evening.
You know, all this
you're coming in bad, though. You're coming in very bad. Very bad. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Okay, this is something couple according from Central People.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the issue of this tracking group, it came out, I think, in 2019 or 2017, when it came in as for covering to do your work at a people. But that means
no, we're talking about City. We're talking next week. We're talking next week. Don't worry. And we're talking about. We're not talking about City. The problem with City, I'm not a Bangura against City, and then I should want bring the same status people here to can continue to do the wicked things and steal from we the Liberian people.
Yeah. So Sekou, thank you very much for going after the truth.
Okay, thank you. She now found eating ground. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Yes, go ahead.
This is Sekou.
Go ahead.
You know, there is no document that can just reach in the office of president that cannot be perused at least in 1 week time before signing. So, as you were saying, maybe the president not aware, the man may have told the president something else, and the president was able to sign a document. There has to be a good investigation or check out to know, because I'm sure if they talk on our 46 days, the president will have the knowledge that he knows that what's coming to the country is not good. Then you sign that document, it's wrong. But I'm sure that maybe they told you something else, and he went, he just signed. But by right as a president, the document should stay with him for 1 week to peruse it before signing. That's how it should also be. And ask all stakeholders to work that.
Okay, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your participation on the show tonight. 0770 907 907 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 0880 907 907. You come and take something that the government that we need to generate money from, and you take that thing and go give it to somebody and tell them, say, they might go collect the money, they might go do everything. When they collect the money, they give you 60% share, they take 40% share. Hello?
Yeah, hello, sir.
Good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is the person ambassador to GK.
Oh, Voice of Liberia ambassador. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, sir. That's why I take it to be the number one candidate in Liberia. If you can investigate all that thing where you break it out, we're not going to get that information. As we always say, it can be the president, but the folks who are around the president, they're the foreign. So what we say is, we are saying that if the president gets information while you are breaking off, we are asking the president to please take decisions.
This thing is not in the interest, Voice of Liberia ambassador. Honestly, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Good evening. Go ahead. You're live. I want to say to people, they say when you're ready to talk about that, they go tell journalists. Y'all go tell my name, go to journalists. They will tell you about me. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Edwin Johnson. I call from Cinco.
Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you.
So let me just firstly commend you for flagging some of these things. Our country deserves better.
Yes.
And more than that, I must admit on this radio tonight, I had fundamental problems with you at first. I thought it was just all about praise singing and what have you when it came to you as a journalist.
But I've come to realize that you are checkmating all the significant things that Liberians are supposed to enjoy as citizens of this country that have been abused by the help of most of our senior officials in this country. And I must commend you for that. I've come to understand that you are a true nationalist and your station is serving the Liberian people for our own expectations as commoners.
True.
But let me just say this to you. There is no way between you, me, and all the listeners tonight that the finance minister would not be in the know.
No, the finance minister is in the know. He's in the know. I can say this.
He's in the know.
He's in the know.
Because you know, I don't want to be casting blame on the president. Every person, the finance minister is not just a political appointee or technocrat. He should understand all the ramifications, the benefit that the country is going to reap from every investment into the country, including the Chamber of Commerce and all of those guys. But I think somebody is getting some extra benefits into exactly these companies that are operating as such. And let me just tell you the truth. We will join you and we ask for this to allow all these craft institutions in this country, international and local, to flag this issue because we are dying story and corrupt companies who have been even banished from their own countries will come here and rob the masses of Liberian people.
They can do that. I'm not taking do that thing. She can carry people then to Sierra Leone for businesses. She can't do it. But she came to Liberia because she herself is stealing from the Liberian people. She brings another company to add on to steal too.
Yeah, because she's being corruptly and accommodated here to prosper benefits. So the thing of really is just a grabbing crowd, grab getting moved. So they want to bring all our companies here that will just come and rob the Liberian people and get rich, go to other countries, not even their own countries, but to Western countries, use them for wisely there.
But honestly, there are few things we to do. We call all the international people not to adhere to this process. Number one. Number two, we will stand. If they can listen, we will stand and use the referral means to get a redress for this. This cannot continue. We can't allow this to go.
So very kindly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We will stand. They will not go that out. I think y'all can get ready to do something sometime. Then we just sit down, we agree to it. Anything you're ready to just do. No. The citizens, their rights and their voices should be heard on issues. How you can go take the country, the permit area that gives the country money, and you go take it and outsource it to somebody and go give it to somebody and can't see that contract. Then you go say you get the person take 40% share, and then you take 60% share. So what the benefit that encourage you to give that kind of a contract to the people? When the people brought all the cars, in fact, the same workers that can work to give you that set amount of money are the same workers that you're using to go along with the people. The same workers, though, that's supposed to give you that money. It is because the reason why these workers are not doing it because they don't have vehicles. The minister, when the Ministry of Finance gave 50,000 the other time, what they did, the minister went and bought vehicles for staff, senior staff, and left the inspector department out. Hello?
Hello, Kuku.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, this is DJ Lomas.
Yeah, DJ Lomas. Go ahead, my brother.
Kuku, thank you very much. You know, to say, oh, the man didn't love not to push in the toe. And that is not true. This is what I would like. People have been a contracting you to that port. In fact, everybody has to ask, let's gather that fucking you is kept up within our project. Where that money going there? The same thing you have to wait is the same thing that happens to you over there. If I want to go there, you document the price of visa that what they will take from you. Don't pay that money over there. Try to pay here. Don't pay from Sierra Leone. We bring that money. What the impact they are made into our economy. So who is eating that money? Where that money going? These are some of the questions we can be asking. They put everything is opposition, just want to do. This is not nothing about opposition. We country is full of all the things. Look, not everybody will get government job. When the government create an opportunity that even I consider a farmer color that when the children go to school, they want to buy it for one business. When the parents get their money to get to whatever is taking, if I do my private business, I will get them. When the country is free and country. So take us for the topic you gave me.
want to pack, let's forget the packing. Or let's forget the packing. Forget the packing.
No, but this is about the interests of the people. You're right.
This is the interest of the people.
Yeah.
I can vote for you. When you do the wrong thing, let me tell you.
Yes.
I just think, you see, before I start the land, my older brother died. She never used to let me. For one reason, if she or person here for, and they bring the matter to me, and I'm really wrong. I used to look up here and say, my daughter, you wrong. She said, oh, Papa, yes, man, I'm giving you money. But every time we do something, you say, I say, when you want, you wrong. When the man right, I will tell you to the right. When the man wrong, I will tell you to the wrong. So let's be like that. And even though I'm not like, go forward. Look at all the things that are all here. Moving forward. We got all the resources. We got everything. All we can go ahead. See people just spend money in the country and just spend it every time away. Look at the ground one from look at. Every phone just put our money in the pocket and just make the world look at today now. We can't get nothing but to class. So we're not sitting there and looking. So when you say the thing and the person
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, DJ Loomis. Thank you very much for your concern. We're going to take a few more calls, but this thing we're going to continue to talk about it, and we're going to call all the foreign nationals that are here. Do not accept anyone to do biometric trophy. Don't do it. It has security implications, and then we will continue to talk about it. And that this deal is not a good deal for this country. It is not good. This contract is not good for us. See there, if what some people call it, this contract is not good for us. 07709079070 07709079070 We're going to take a few calls and call it a day. Let me take this person here. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening. Hello. You on the line and someone else. I don't know. You also you 07709079070 07709. You got too many persons calling. You call. You just need to go to the point. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, Sekou. How are you?
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Good. I'm Sam, calling from Broad Street.
Okay, Sam. Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say thank you for this unique topic tonight. And I just to add to what the DJ Lopez said. You see, this is about our country Liberia, my brother. It's not about party or politics. Whatever affects one Liberian, it affects almost everybody. Just as you said, these things, there are things that could have happened in this country, my brother. Other countries, they don't happen.
No.
I'm telling you.
They gave us Israel. They drove us from there.
Exactly. So you tell me, my brother, I was just out of the country a few days ago, and I know what I experienced on the people airport, my brother. There are things sometimes at Arrowhead, we just look at the pass by. When you go to other country, I'm telling you, it's a different ball game. But we sit here and foreigners come and just rule our country and do whatever they want to do and get rich from us and leave. And this is just about our own people because they only care about their pocket to enrich themselves. And that is why these things happening. Only some companies, there are jobs that Liberians can do. And you find out foreigners that do this job.
But what coming to happen? You know what's going to happen? Because the people are to generate 12 million, so they will bring in more foreigners to do jobs that Liberians are to do without any process because they need to generate 12 million. And out of the 12 million they will generate annually, they'll be giving the government 7,200,000. The government by herself can generate 7 million. So what's the essence of having such?
Yeah, Liberians are working, doing the operator, doing a hard job.
Yes.
And you pay them little or nothing.
They just bring foreigners and give them big jobs.
After 5 years. What is the guarantee that those cars will not depreciate after 5 years?
Yeah.
All right? What is 60%? And you give foreigners 40%.
Yeah.
Why can yourself do that job? Get the 100%, pay your people where the money will circulate in our economy, and then we can do something better. What nonsense is this?
Yes.
Maybe this has to stop. We must turn up
and we need to stand to this. Yes, we will stand at the appropriate time. Next week I will announce something. We will stand to this. This thing will not go on. The people can carry 40% here. You're watching, see. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, this Abenigo Timoris, my call from Finance.
Yeah, my brother, you're thinking about our discussion this afternoon concerning the biometric voting. That is not lawful for our country. See, for our president, is not know about this thing, but people go around telling him except for. Now, to the people of Liberia, we couldn't make the difference in this country. See, and people want to pretend that they want to cheat for him. No, but they only want to make money out of the president. They pretend as though they want to cheat for him.
We're not talking about voting, yo. We ain't talking about voting. We ain't talking about voting, chief.
And
no, we're talking about the registration for foreign national. Okay, thank you. Let me take another person here. At 8:30, we'll call it a day. Today is Friday. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. David Kaka, I'm calling you from the UN drive.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. This is my first time calling on your radio station.
Mm-hmm.
I always monitor you and Vandala Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, somehow we are seeing sometimes we hear what is going on, and we are members of the ruling party. They bring us down. We don't even know what to say because sometimes our friends attack us and say things to us that we see as reality. You people need to speak for us because we who went out and campaign for this government, brought this government in, there's no way that we can go again and tell somebody something where we know that what is happening and what they are saying is true. Somehow we are seeing our community. What is CDM for?
They said this thing. How you go to something?
Even my sister brought some continue where I was thinking the way I thought the broker was cheating me, but someone is talking me that I must follow him and won't pick up. I told my sister, I said, there's no need that you bring continue in the country. I think if you got money for
but that's the reason why people are using Guinea.
It's very embarrassing. I don't want to lie to you. We are ashamed in our own community that we live in. People who are never in my community, who have never come to me to beg me or even knowing to go out or have came to my door to ask me, say, if you can just get all red, I will have something to eat.
Okay, thank you. This person. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Oh, too bad. Good evening. Move from your monitor now. We need not to say this to you. You call us. You need to move from the monitor. Go ahead. Okay. So it's like you, sometimes some people, they can move from your monitor when you call us so that we will get you. And then the other people that are listening will get what you will say. You don't want to be listening to yourself on the radio and listening to yourself on the phone. You will get us on the phone. You need to worry. So when you do that, it won't be good for us. So let's hold all the there you go. The calls are still coming. Hello. Yes, we need to hold the calls now. Today is Friday, and there are a few things I want to conclude with. This contract of Cetics is not a good contract. All the ministers, directors, whosoever at the Ministry of Labor are against. The only person that see this contract to be good is the labor minister, the very corrupt, inept minister. This contract is just being done just to enrich certain group of people at the detriment of the Liberian people. Like the same way CTN is collecting free money. Aminata Bangura, she's the same person that brought the same company. Just so you know, Aminata Bangura cannot do business in her own country, Sierra Leone. Then you want to ask, why? We will be back here Monday. There are a few things next we're going to do. We'll write the U.S. government complaining CTN because the Global Magnitsky Act is sanction businesses to because they are involved into a lot of things. We'll let them know, the people work with information. So we will let them know this is what they're doing. And this is how it is. How can you come and get a contract in the country and you're collecting money? You don't give anything to the government. What is that contribution that people are forced to pay? But we will be back on next week. Please hold your calls. My name is Sekou Sharif. We'll be back next week on the program, Issues of Today, right here on Voice of Liberia.
a 40-60 that has been some rejected.
Play the team song.
40% and that of the government having 60%. They are just few of the issues we stop by to talk.
Discuss our nation issue.